Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Red Raptor Writes. Today we're doing it. We're talking about BioShock again, because apparently I can't keep my mouth shut about it. Can you blame me? The original has been my favorite game since elementary school. So, as the days go by like wind, more information on a new sequel continues to drip onto our screens. What we know at this point is that 2K has brought together a new studio to develop this entry, Cloud Chamber, and it's been in the works for a few years now. How far along BioShock 3 is, what it's about, and when it will release are all still a mystery. I will try to link some articles in the description if you want to read up. So that's all we really know, and my channel's not a fan theory or speculation channel. What I'm here to do is give one fan's opinion on where to take the series next. Well, 3 opinions actually. If we get any one of these 3 outcomes, I'll be fully on board. If you disagree or have your own opinions, that's fine. Just leave them down in the comments below. Without further interruption, let's dig this up. Okay, my first opinion as a fan of where I want the series to go is to start with a clean slate, something totally new. Before playing Burial at Sea and learning that every installment needs to go back and retcon Rapture to heck, I imagined BioShock as the video game equivalent of The Twilight Zone, a series of independent stories that get real trippy. Nothing would tie into each other, but each installment would be its own isolated acid trip with a new location, new story, and new characters. Rapture's story was neatly wrapped up in the first game, artificially stretched out in the sequel, and completely pillaged by Burial at Sea. Please leave Andrew Ryan's grave alone. Then Columbia? Don't remind me. And that location is also finished. Cloud Chamber, give us some new place, like maybe an island, a space station, or another city. If main BioShock entries have to revolve around Rapture in some way, then let's do it right. Give us a proper sequel to BioShocks 1 and 2. Minerva's Den ended with Subject Sigma capturing the Thinker for Tenenbaum to find a cure for atom sickness. Maybe we can continue the story from there. Maybe plasmids did reach the surface and an isolated population was tested on and they need to be saved. Maybe we can play as Jack or Porter again, carrying out Tenenbaum's wish to save them. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, but whatever you do 2K, don't include the Infinite and Burial lore. All the setting, backstory, and main storylines for that matter, all got scrapped when Ken Levine created Burial at Sea. Every bit of lore got screwed up or jumbled. So, in order to create a cohesive game, Cloud Chamber will either have to embrace the original canon or the Burial canon. Considering Levine has nothing to do with BioShock 4, and this is 2K, we'd probably get the former. It's clear that Ken Levine was never a fan of 2K Marin's BioShock 2. He knows a lot of people that worked on it, so he compliments the developers, but he never liked the idea of sequels to Rapture, so when he got the chance in Infinite's DLC, he broke Rapture to the point of disrepair. Look, the guy's clearly talented, but what he did was childish and reminded me of a certain someone.
On the surface, I once bought a forest. The parasites claimed that the land belonged to God and demanded that I establish a public park there. Why? So the rabble could stand slack-jawed under the canopy and pretend that it was paradise earned. When Congress moved to nationalize my forest, I burnt it to the ground.
Here's a third, and maybe the best option for what to do with BioShock.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more!
Yes, BioShock is a marketable IP. Just carrying that name alone garners more attention than a teenage girl can ever dream, let alone lots of money. Of course, 2K will want to keep cashing in on the franchise for years to come, but maybe it's time to lay BioShock to rest. I know it's sad to let go, it's always heartbreaking to say goodbye to something you loved, but the alternative is 2K constantly digging up the decomposed remains and flopping it around. We don't need a BioShock 4, we didn't need Infinite, and truth be told, we didn't need BioShock 2. The original was a masterpiece that told a well-paced, well-thought-out story that wrapped itself up nicely. That's why every sequel that releases is like pulling teeth. Now, I would much rather live in a universe where BioShock 2 exists than one without it, but even its own developers admitted that they struggled finding a place for the story to go, and that was what will be 2 games ago. Listen, my grandpa was great. He never remembered who I was, but he was always nice, loved the Mets, and ate pound cake. He was a chill dude, but if someone were to dig him up, attach strings to his arms and legs, and reanimate whatever's left of him, I'd be freaked out. Just leave Grandpa alone. Leave BioShock alone. In fact, let's get a time machine and stop Infinite from happening. Well, those are my thoughts on BioShock's future. As a longtime fan, I really want what's best for the game, whether you agree or disagree with my ideas. Hopefully, whatever happens is for the best and leaves us with a game as astounding as the first. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, to please leave a like, subscribe, and check out my social media. See you next time.